Sublime Starlight by the fantastic rocking Muse here on Phuket Live 89.5. Now there is a reason why I'm playing that song, and that is because it was inspiration for a piece of artwork by someone who I consider one of the most talented artists around, especially in Thailand, and he's here in Phuket and actually in the studio right now. K.Nod, also known as The Seeker. Sawadee krap.
Sawadee krap, Jason.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good.
Very
good.
Thanks ever so much for coming in.
Sorry?
Thanks for coming in. It's a
thanks.
pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, me too.
Usually you only get to hear about artists or see the work. You don't really get to hear from the artists. So thanks for taking the time out of your schedule.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, so where are you from originally?
I'm from Phetbury.
Phetbury?
It's like in the center of Thailand.
Okay, and is that a cultural and art center, or do you feel like you went away and sort of did something, found a different journey?
It's kind of like a peaceful town and, yeah, full of like historical art around town. Pretty old town, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So there might be some inspiration from there. And try and explain, like, for listeners, what is it exactly you do? How would you rate yourself? How would you sort of like state what you do in the artwork?
I'm gonna say I am an artist because I like drawing. Yeah, like since my first time, it's mostly like a mural, like painting on walls. Yeah, first started when I was in the uni with my friends. We share rooms together and just tried having fun with it. Try to draw something funny on the wall. On the walls of the uni place, what, in like the halls of residence? Yeah, I can't complain a lot.
Brilliant.
Yeah, but I really like it.
Excellent. So that's where it started, because I've got to say, the first time that I was aware of your artwork here in Phuket was in the Bohemian Art House.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
that's the first one.
Oh, that was the first one
in
Phuket,
town.
Yeah? Oh, brilliant, because that's also known in Thai as the Lan Nang Sir, the bookshop. And this is in Talang Road, and this is important. This kind of goes full circle because it comes around to the exhibition that we're going to talk about in just a moment. But that was the first piece. What's that piece called? It's in the bookshop on Talang Road.
It's called Bright Eyes.
Bright Eyes,
yeah.
It's phenomenal. It's absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And I know a lot. I'm not the only one who thinks that. A lot of people have commented on that. And I quite proudly say, because we know each other a little bit. We've become friends over the last few years. And I'm proud to say that, you know, a friend of mine, a great artist, has done that. Excellent work. Right, okay, so let's talk about the reason. So that's bringing us back round to why you're here at the moment in Phuket. Tell us about what's going on.
I got a chance from the writer called Vivat Wongsa. He's normally a film critic, and now he's writing his own book, like a fiction, and it's gonna publish like in the end of February. And I got a chance to design a cover art for him and some of the illustration for the short stories.
And this is the book Damaged Utopia.
Yes.
Damaged Utopia.
Yes.
And so from that, you've sort of like obviously combined. You've met some people through this.
Yes.
Now the exhibition itself. Tell us about that. What's going to be happening? Because you're going to be showing some of your work just as static pieces.
It's like a collaboration of work between me and the writer, because he taking photograph also. So we combine it together. Like he will choose a photograph for me for this like specific stories, and then I'm gonna draw on it.
Okay.
Inspired by that story. Because
this is something that is very your style, which I really like. I really respect this, because I think you do. The reason why I was saying, because we played Muse there, Starlight. Something that I found really interesting when we first spoke about your artwork is that you are inspired a lot by music. You feel very close with music.
Yes.
Now tell us, where did that come from? How did you start into that world?
Whoa. I think I'm gonna give credit to my cousin. Now she's living in Melbourne. She was the one in our family. We got like 13 cousins, but she was the first one who bring English music to our family. Start from Boyzone. I don't know.
Is there any art pieces about Boyzone?
No.
Please tell me there is. And one of them's with Ronan Keating with half his face melted off in your quite abstract style.
Maybe someday, but
maybe a future character.
Maybe
the strange Keating. Right. Okay. So that, and then you sort of like what was the first one you sort of penned that you sort of inspired by? What was the first painting that you sort of like, or the drawing that you sort of went, right, okay, I'm taking that piece of music, I've got to make that?
Oh, the first one would be Kurt Cobain portrait.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
So heavy, yeah.
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, cool. Okay, and we say, can you just give your links onto? You can actually check the Seeker's work, your work at the Seeker hyphen
art.com.
Okay,
Yep.
the seeker-art.com. Check out this work, listeners, because it is brilliant. It is very cool, very detailed. Something I love about your work is the kind of overlapping detail. I don't know how you can concentrate on using the techniques so much, but very cool indeed. Okay, so this is you combined with the writer of Damaged Utopia.
Yes.
Then also tell us about Filmsick.
He's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he watched a lot of movie.
Yeah.
So like a lot of his fictions, you can feel the moment like you're in the movie yourself when you're into it, and it's a real fantasy, like a dark fantasy. So I think it fits me well with my artwork.
Because this is like a combined exhibition, yeah.
Yes.
So it's yourself, the Seeker, and Filmsick together.
Photo. Yeah.
And there's going to be some of these films showing, yeah, throughout.
Oh yes, he got like tens of his friends. Who making a movie, a short movie out of the name of the Damaged Utopia. So it's more like a small film festival also itself.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. More of that. Love that, especially in Phuket.
7 p.m.
Okay, and this is running from the 16th, which is coming up in 2 days' time on Saturday.
Yes.
And it runs through to the 28th of February.
Yes.
And the whole exhibition in a whole is called Lost in Utopia.
Yes.
Yeah. Work inspired by your combination with Damaged Utopia.
Yes.
And also working with Filmsick. And so this is just a reminder for our listeners. It's at the Bohemian Art House, which is a great place to go all the time, but it'll be especially special this time. I'm going to call you the Seeker from now on, though, because that's what people know you as. Because you are quite sort of like, you've got quite a bit of a fan base now, I'd say. Agreed?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like through social networking sites and through like the internet and such, also you've got Facebook.
Yes.
Which is
The Seeker Art.
/the Seeker Art.
Yes.
Easy to check out. If you're on a computer now, listeners, then please go and check it out. It's brilliant. Check out the mural work on the website. It is phenomenal. Because one thing I love about your work, The Seeker, is the characters. Mm. Where do you get these characters from? Like a lot of it is sort of like there's quite a few characters in it.
It started from like one of our first show. We got like a group of friends back home in Petbury. We call ourselves like Pet Friends. We had like a little show in ourselves the first year that we met each other. So we have an idea of like having an exhibition, like an installation or anything that anybody can do it. And at that time, I'm concerned about the terrorists. So it began. I think it began from that.
All right.
So like the mask, when people wear it, we for like in Thailand, we would look at them as a worker, a lower class worker or something. But back in America, I think people would see them as a terrorist.
Yeah, because it is kind of like coming from a Western background. I know what you're saying, because sometimes you see the workers and they're just covering from the sunlight. It's like a shade to cover the sun, but they do the full kind of balaclava sort of masking.
Yeah.
And so it does look kind of a bit freaky sometimes. But because I've got to say some of the other characters, not only because that seems to be a modern thing that you've done. Now your T-shirt designs are like with the Seeker, with this sort of mask, T-shirt mask.
Yeah.
I've got to say one of my favourite T-shirts of all time is designed by you. So thank you, Strange.
Thank you.
I'm honoured to wear Strange Fruit around the place. And I've got to say, character-wise, it's like you've got this brilliant fine line going on where you've got it's either super cute or uber weird, but the mix of it is just brilliant. It's just great. It's hard to explain over the radio, but I'm hoping people will go and check your work out online at the Seeker-art.com. Now, who's inspired you, sort of like artist-wise?
I would say a lot of bands instead of painters or someone.
Right.
Like
okay.
Yeah, especially from the UK.
Okay, brilliant, fair play. I'd agree with you there.
Yeah.
So it's like you see music more than
Yeah,
anything.
I think it could relate it to that kind of art more than paintings or whatever.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So that process, gets more into
Just get
into
lost
it.
in it
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah.
Cool. I like it, and it does represent in your work. It's really interesting to see. I love the way you title the songs, and so therefore, when you play it and look at it, you can feel it. Very cool indeed. Now we're talking about. I did say I was going to ask you. You were a bit sort of dubious about this question,
But
good and bad art.
Ooh.
Is there any art that you would just say like, oh, what are they doing?
I would say, yeah, it's kind of. I couldn't consider good or bad art, but I could say which one I like and which one I don't like. Most of them I don't like it when it title as an untitled,
Right.
because I think good art for me, you gotta have like a meaning of it or it's inspiration or something you want to show, you want to tell the world or something.
Yeah, it's sometimes quite frustrating, isn't it? You're at an art gallery and then you're like, right, okay, I've
Untitled.
seen the piece, and then you go to the untitled. Damn it, that another one in that category.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so it's nice. Yeah, I agree. It's like nice when artists do sort of like give a little lead. You give a little,
Yeah.
at least just a clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something you want. I don't know. For me, I want to draw something because I want to say something which I couldn't. I don't know how to say it out loud, so I draw it. That like to communicate with people. Like I don't know.
Excellent. And where do you see the future of art with the way it's going now? Do you like actually follow it like a study, or do you just kind of is it more? How's your feeling on it?
My feeling on art,
Yeah.
my career or something.
Yeah, on how it is as like people finding jobs in art. Is it easy? Is it hard? Is it good that it's easy? Is it good that it's hard?
As for me, I think it's pretty hard, especially here in Thailand, because I know that people need support, and artists need support. Like I could feel it. Like a couple of months ago, I feel like what I'm doing now. Like I know I'm happy when I draw it or paint on it, but I make no money and feel depressed also. And suddenly, a friend of mine in Minneapolis, in the USA, she formed a group called a secret group, which will spread all of my art over their hometown, which is pretty awesome for me. They created that group and asked me if you want to join it.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah.
Brilliant. Do you want to
Brilliant.
join the art group that you inspired and more or less started? It's like being
like 10 members, but super awesome. Like that.
And
where's
that again?
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
Because this is it. There's a definite love for your work. It's like, and it's so visible. Like nowadays, it's nice to. I feel it's cool with the social networking sites and the website that you can actually, you can get people's reactions. It's there. It's obvious that people are taking photos in your shirts. They're taking photos with the stickers.
That was
places.
fun.
That's cool, man. It's like it's spreading it out. I think that is the most important thing for me with art, that it spreads around and it kind of inspires others. So I think you're doing a great job.
Well, thanks.
I really do. I'm very impressed. I've got much respect for you, the Seeker. And I want to thank you for coming on. So let's just do a quick reminder. Your exhibition,
Yep.
Where is it and what's going on again, and where and what times?
There's going to be an exhibition called Lost in Utopia at Bukhaman Art House, which is on Talang Road in Phuket Old Town, on this Saturday, the 16th of February.
And it goes through to the 28th.
28th.
And is there any specific times for the films? Like people want to be there for the
The
film?
film will start around 7 p.m. onwards.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it will take like 2 hours for the film.
And just quickly, sorry to bring commerciality into it, but are pieces for sale? Can people buy your pieces at this exhibition?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, brilliant. Well, I'm going to recommend that listeners take money with them, because you'll be impressed and you'll probably want to take some of the artwork home.
Thank you.
Note the Seeker, thanks ever so much for coming on.
Thanks very much, Jason.
Have you done much radio before?
Sorry?
You've been on radio before?
Never.
All right, the
Super
first
nervous.
here on Phuket Live 89.5. An artist to watch in the future for sure. Thank you. ขอบคุณมากครับ
ขอบคุณครับ